Life often presents us with situations that we simply cannot escape. No matter how much we might want to, there are responsibilities, challenges, and difficult circumstances that are part of our journey. These situations can feel overwhelming, as though they are weighing us down, trapping us in a space we cannot break free from. But here's the truth. While we may not always have control over the circumstances we face, we do have control over how we respond to them. And in that response lies the power to overcome, to rise above, and to grow stronger than we ever imagined possible. The first step in overcoming what you can't escape is acceptance. This might sound counterintuitive. Why should we accept something we don't want, something that's causing us pain or discomfort? But acceptance is not about giving up or resigning yourself to a life of struggle. It's about acknowledging the reality of your situation without resistance. When you stop fighting against the things you can't change, you free up an immense amount of energy. Energy that you can now use to move forward, to find solutions, or simply to find peace within the situation. Acceptance doesn't mean you're okay with what's happening. It means you recognize it as part of your current reality, and that's when real change begins. Once you've accepted your reality, the next step is to shift your perspective. Too often, we get caught up in seeing the negative aspects of our challenges. We focus on what we don't like, what's causing us pain, or what's holding us back. But every situation, no matter how difficult, has something to teach us. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth. When you shift your perspective and start looking for the lessons in your struggles, you take back your power. Instead of being a victim of your circumstances, you become a student of life. You begin to see that even in the darkest moments, there is light. There is a way forward, a way to grow. This shift in perspective also allows you to cultivate resilience. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you build through experience. Every time you face a challenge and choose to rise above it, you strengthen your resilience. You learn that no matter what life throws at you, you have the ability to keep going. You realize that you are stronger than you thought, and that strength grows with every obstacle you overcome. Resilience doesn't mean you won't feel pain or frustration, but it does mean that you won't let those emotions stop you. You'll feel them, acknowledge them, and then keep moving forward. Another key element to overcoming what you can't escape is focusing on what you can control. It's easy to get lost in the things that are beyond our control. Other people's actions, external circumstances, or the past. But none of these things are within your power to change. What you can control, however, is your mindset, your attitude, and your actions. You can control how you show up each day, how you respond to the challenges in front of you, and how you choose to move forward. By focusing on what you can control, you reclaim your power. You stop wasting energy on things that are out of your hands and instead use that energy to make positive changes in your life. In these situations, developing emotional strength is essential. Often, we feel overwhelmed by inescapable circumstances because of the emotions they bring up. Fear, anxiety, sadness, frustration. But emotions, while powerful, don't have to control us. They are simply signals, messages that tell us something about our internal state. When you feel overwhelmed by your emotions, take a moment to breathe and center yourself. Acknowledge what you're feeling without judgment, but don't allow those emotions to dictate your actions. Instead, use them as a guide. What are they telling you about what you need? What action can you take to move through these emotions rather than being controlled by them? Emotional strength comes from this awareness, from learning to process your emotions without letting them take over. In addition to emotional strength, cultivating mental strength is crucial. Your mind is a powerful tool, and it can either work for you or against you. When faced with inescapable challenges, it's easy to fall into negative thinking patterns. Thoughts like, "This will never change," "I can't handle this," or "I'm stuck." These thoughts only reinforce a sense of helplessness. To overcome them, practice shifting your mindset to one of empowerment. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, focus on what's possible. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can I grow stronger through this? The more you practice reframing your thoughts in this way, the more mentally resilient you become. You start to see challenges not as insurmountable walls, but as stepping stones to a stronger version of yourself. One of the most empowering realizations in life is that even when you can't escape a situation, you can still find freedom within it. That freedom comes from how you choose to respond, how you choose to think, and how you choose to act. It comes from knowing that while the external circumstances may be out of your control, your internal world, your thoughts, your emotions, your mindset, is entirely within your hands. And in that space you are free. Free to grow, to evolve, and to become more resilient, more powerful, more compassionate toward yourself and others. Another important tool in overcoming inescapable challenges is self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when life feels overwhelming, to think you should be handling things better or that you're not strong enough. But self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend going through a tough time. It means recognizing that you are human, that it's okay to struggle, and that struggling doesn't make you weak. In fact, it's through the struggle that you find your strength. So be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, but remind yourself that you are doing your best, and that's enough. Gratitude is another powerful practice that can help you rise above inescapable challenges. When life feels difficult, it can be hard to see the good. But even in the midst of struggle, there are things to be grateful for. Whether it's the support of loved ones, the lessons you're learning, or simply the strength to keep going, gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's present. It doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties, but rather, balancing them with an awareness of the blessings in your life. Gratitude helps you maintain perspective, reminding you that even in tough times, there is still beauty, still light. Finally, remember that overcoming what you can't escape doesn't mean doing it alone. Reach out for support when you need it. Whether it's friends, family, or a professional, there is strength in asking for help. Sharing your struggles doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. And often, it's through connection with others that we find the strength we need to keep going. In conclusion, while there are situations in life that you cannot escape, you have the power to overcome them. Through acceptance, shifting your perspective, focusing on what you can control, and cultivating emotional and mental strength, you can rise above even the most challenging circumstances. By practicing self-compassion, gratitude, and reaching out for support, you give yourself the tools to not only survive these challenges but to thrive. Remember, it's not the challenges that define you but how you respond to them. And in your response, you have the power to create a life of resilience, strength, and growth.